In this session, we will show that groups of order 144 and 72 are not simple. First, let us prove a small exercise. So suppose G is a finite group and P is a prime that divides the order of G. If NP is the number of P0 subgroups of G such that the order of G does not divide NP factorial, then G is not a simple group. So let us prove this. So let us take H to be a P0 subgroup. By the first Sylow theorem, we know that there is a P0 subgroup. Let us take H to be the P0 subgroup. Now we know that the index of NH in G is the number of conjugates of H, which works out to be exactly the number of P0 subgroups of G. So that will be NP. Now notice here, we are saying that the order of G does not divide NP factorial, which means that the order of G does not divide G by n of H factorial. This means that there is a normal subgroup of G contained in n of H. So this means that there is a normal subgroup. Therefore, G will not be a simple group. Let us use the previous exercise to show that any group of order 72 is not simple. Now we know that 72 is 3 square times 2 cube, which is 9 times 8. Therefore, the number of 3 Sylow subgroups will either be 1, because it has to divide 2 cube, and it should be congruent to 1 mod 3, so it can only be 1, or n3 could be 4, which means that n3 factorial is either going to be 1 or n3 factorial will be 24. In any of these two cases, you can see that 72 does not divide n3 factorial, which means that no group of order 72 is simple. Now we will show that no group of order 144 is simple. So let us take a group G of order 144. We will assume that G is simple. Let us look at the prime factorization of 144. The prime factorization of 144 is 2 raised to 4 times 3 square. Now the possible number of 3 Sylow subgroups in G, since G is simple, we cannot have 1, therefore it can either be 4 or 16. Also, the number of 2 Sylow subgroups, it cannot be 1, so it can either be 3 or 9. Now let us make another observation here. We can see that 144 does not divide 4 factorial, since 4 factorial is 24, which means that if n3 is 4, G is not simple, and we have assumed that G is simple. Therefore, we can eliminate this possibility. We could also eliminate this possibility for the same reason, because 144 does not divide 3 factorial, which is 6. This tells us that n3 has to be 16 and n2 has to be 9. Now we will take two different cases. First, suppose the intersection of any 3 Sylow subgroups is the trivial subgroup. In this case, we can see that any 3-silo subgroup, since a 3-silo subgroup is of order 9, any 3-silo subgroup will have one element of order 1 and the rest 8 of the elements will be of order 3 or 9. Therefore, the number of elements in G of order 3 or 9 will be 8 times 16, which is 128. This does not give us a contradiction. So just like normal, let us look into the 2-silo subgroups. Now, there are 9 2-silo subgroups. We let K and K prime be 2 of the 9 silo subgroups, 2 distinct silo 2 subgroups. Now we know that the intersection of K and K prime, the order of the intersection of K and K prime should divide 2 raised to 4, which means that the order of the intersection of K and K prime can either be 1, 2, 2 square, 2 cube, and it cannot be 2 raised to 4 since they are distinct silo subgroups. Therefore, the number of elements in the intersection of K and K prime can be at most 8. This tells me that the number of elements in the union of K and K prime, which is number of elements in K plus the number of elements in K prime minus the number of elements in the intersection, would be greater than or equal to 16 plus 16 minus 8, which is 24. This is a contradiction as 128 plus 24 is equal to 152 and 152 is greater than 144. Therefore, this leads to a contradiction. This means that it is not possible that the intersection of any 2 distinct 3 silo subgroups is trivial. But the intersection of any 2 3 silo subgroups can only be either the trivial subgroup or a subgroup of order 3. Therefore, there exist 2 3 silo subgroups. Let us call them H and H prime such that their intersection is 3. Now, H and H prime are both groups of order 3 square, which means that H and H prime are abelian, since every group of order p square is abelian. This means that H intersection H prime is normal in H and H prime. This tells us that H and H prime are both contained inside N H intersection H prime, that is the normalizer H intersection H prime. But if N H and H prime are contained in H intersection H prime, this will mean that the set H times H prime is also contained in the normalizer H intersection H prime. Since this is a subgroup, it is closed under group multiplication. So if we take an element from H into an element from H prime, it will be in N of H intersection H prime. And this is exactly 9 times 9 divided by 3, which is 27. This tells us that the number of elements in N of H intersection H prime is greater than or equal to 27. Also, we know that H intersection H, n of H intersection H prime is a subgroup of the group itself. Therefore, the number of elements in n of H intersection H prime should be a divisor of 144. It should divide 144 and it should be greater than 27. So what are the possibilities? We can also see that H is a subgroup of n of H intersection H prime, which means that the number of elements in n of H intersection H prime should be a multiple of the number of elements in H. This is by Lagrange's theorem. The number of elements in H is 9. Therefore, the number of elements in n of H intersection H prime can either be 3 square times 2 or 3 square times 4 or 3 square times 8. But 3 square times 2, which is 18, is less than 27. Therefore, this is not a possibility. Therefore, the only possibilities left here are 3 square times 4, which is 36, and 3 square times 8, which is 72. Notice here that the index of n of H intersection H prime in the group itself will be either 2 or 4. In either of this case, we see that G by n of H intersection H prime factorial will either be 24 or 2, which are both not multiples of 144. That is, 144 does not divide G by n of H intersection H prime factorial. Therefore, n of H intersection H prime should contain a normal subgroup of G. This contradicts the fact that G is simple, and therefore we proved our result. We will stop this session here and continue in the next session. Thank you.